What is a sales funnel and how does it work? Okay, you've heard about these things called sales funnels. Everybody's talking about sales funnels, but do you really need one? Is it really necessary? The truth is every single business and every single product really needs a sales funnel. And the way things are nowadays, if you don't have a sales funnel, it could actually destroy your business. But if you do have one, it can explode your sales. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about what they are, how you can build them, where you should build them, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. There's a big box down there that says subscribe. Hit that button. You got to do that. And also, while you're at it, don't forget to turn on notifications. There's a little bell next to it. You're gonna click it and it's gonna sound just like that, and once you do that, you want to turn on all notifications. That way every single time I upload a video, I can notify you and let you know, and you become part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that knows about these videos before anybody else does, and you don't have to search for them. Now I've been selling online since 2009, and on this channel the only thing I do is help you start, run, and grow your online business. I share with you the things we've done to grow a multi-million-dollar business selling all kinds of physical products and digital products, and I've actually got my branded products on thousands of websites including Walmart. Now let's get into the sales funnel thing and let's examine what a sales funnel is. But before I do that, I almost forgot. I've got an e-commerce course. It's a $97 course that you can get absolutely free. Check it out. There's a link in the description down there. All you have to do is click it and learn. No credit card required. Now, one of the core concepts of online marketing is a sales funnel. A sales funnel is something that you can actually use to grow your business. It can actually explode it into a multi-million-dollar business if it's constructed correctly and you constantly tweak it. Now when you're thinking about a sales funnel, think about a normal funnel where you're pouring something in the top of it and it's a big wide opening, and that actually gets smaller and smaller as it goes down. Now unlike a regular funnel that you would use for water or some other liquid, a sales funnel actually starts with people who know nothing about your business, who know nothing about you, and actually has customers coming out the bottom. There are email campaigns you can do where there's sequences where you're giving people content and you're warming them up for the sale on down the road. The truth is most prospects that actually visit your website are not going to buy. That's why these sales funnels are so important, because it warms them up as they go through the sales process. Now most online marketers get this concept. They understand that you've got to warm up your customer with good value first, and as you do that, they become more and more loyal to you, they trust you more, and eventually they'll buy your products. Now I originally saw this really practiced well with ClickFunnels and a gentleman named Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson actually built his business on that system, and his business is building that business. So he started off with a lot of content, built up a lot of loyalty, and people joined his software program, and it grew and grew and grew. Now I liked it and I had it for a number of years, but then KARTRA came along, and I think KARTRA is by far the best, and I'll show you how you can get that for a $1 trial later on, but it's the software we actually use for all of our funnels now, KARTRA. If you were to build your own sales funnel and you were actually trying to connect all these pages and make all these things work, it'd be really difficult to do. There'd be a lot of coding involved and APIs and that type of thing, but with something like KARTRA you don't need to worry about that. It's all built into it. All you have to do is click and drag and you can build your own sales funnel. And nowadays with something like KARTRA, you know, you can actually build a sales funnel in a number of hours instead of weeks of coding. To better understand what a sales funnel is, I've got this picture here from Shutterstock, and I want to go through it with you. On the left hand side of the image you can kind of see a magnet there. That magnet is attracting customers, which happens a number of different ways. Now this can be from blogging to social media to paid ads and everything in between. However, the visitors arrive to your website and it has some type of impact on your sales funnel. Now let's talk about the first stage here, which is awareness. Awareness, what's more important about the sales funnel is what happens when those visitors, we can call them prospects, actually do arrive through a variety of means, many of which you've already seen, such as email newsletters, sign-ups, ebook downloads, online quizzes, and more. Those prospects enter your sales funnel through an enticing offer. Now the goal of your entire sales funnel and platform is to solve your customer's problem. When you know the problem and you build the content to draw them in, then offer them a product or service to solve the problem that you already know about. That's when the real magic happens. However, getting to that stage takes work, and you have to garner their awareness first. Once you've got them there, the prospect is actually in your funnel, you've kind of piqued their awareness. Now that's the first stage of the sales funnel, but you actually have to warm those people up, and that's a little bit more difficult. Now depending upon how they got there, through paid ads or organically, the amount of conversions can vary vastly dependent upon what their image of you and your company is. Now keep in mind, if they've arrived at your page, your sales page, your funnel through organic means, you already have some authority because you came up in the search results and they actually clicked on you. That's really the magic of SEO search, is that when they come to you organically, they're going to feel like you're more relevant to what their issue is, their problem is, and they're going to have a little bit more trust in you. Now regardless of how they got to you, the goal of you as a marketer is to take them through the multiple stages of finding out about you and trusting you to actually buying your product. Now once they're aware of you and you've actually piqued their interest, you need to establish a relationship with the customer. So it's always good if you can have a person that is actually on videos or talking to them or writing to them, and it stays consistent with that one person over and over again, so they can actually build that relationship. And the truth is, people are pretty smart. It takes an immense amount of trust for them to actually buy your product from you. You can't scam them into it anymore. They know what's going on, and they're very aware of what's real and what's not real, and if you're helpful or you're not helpful. Of course, the most important thing is that you establish this bond with the customer. If you can establish that bond, you can take them through the next stage of that funnel. Step 2 is interest. Once you gain that prospect and they're in your funnel and they're in your email sequence, you begin to relate stories to them. You come across as an adventurer or an intellect or an expert in a particular area, and they become to know you in that particular framing, and in doing so, that builds the loyalty, that builds the trust in you, which ultimately will lead to a sale. This is not an easy process, but it's a simple process. Basically, you need to develop that trust. So the first emails that go out to them, you're going to tell them about you and who you are, what you represent, what your company represents, what they can actually expect from you. That's the beginning stage of this interest step. Now this is also the training stage. These emails should be training your customers to click. Okay, so maybe it's clicking to get a PDF download, it's clicking to get a guide, it's clicking to get some type of email swipes, it's clicking to get something of value, because on down the road you want them to click and actually buy. Stage 3 is actually the decision stage. Now the decision stage is the most difficult one to get them to go through. The best way to get them there, beyond the art of your copywriting and your cool sales pages and all that, is through reviews and testimonials. The more reviews and testimonials you have, the better off you are, because we actually see that other people got results by buying your product or service. Now if you're doing paid ads, obviously you can actually target people that are going to match up to what you're trying to offer, and it makes it a little bit easier. Now if you've ever noticed, you may visit a website and you see an ad there, and now it seems like every website you go to you see their ad. Well, that's actually because they targeted you, they pixeled you, they know who you are, so that every time you're going to a page, your ad's going to pop up so that they can see that ad, and it actually makes it seem like you're everywhere, when in fact you're actually just following that one individual. This is when you're actually in the retargeting stage. So when you're personally running ads for your business, you're actually targeting people that already showed an interest in your business by visiting your page, by getting a download, by buying something from you. Now I think the best way to do that is to use Robert Cialdini's 6 principles that are outlined in his 1984 book influence. So let's go through those real quick. Now the first one we have is the principle of reciprocity. Now this is achieved by delivering lots of value either through whatever it is that you've provided them as a free offer, which is also known as a lead magnet, in the very beginning or in an ongoing exchange through your emails. The next step is principle of commitment and consistency. When people commit to something, they're far more likely to purchase from you. That's why getting them to agree to something like a free plus shipping offer, or by agreeing with something you said in some way, this is a powerful principle in sales. And you pay attention to some of the best marketers in the world, and you're going to notice that they work frequently to get your commitment to something, even if it's a very small thing in the very beginning. The next principle is the principle of liking. Yeah, when people like you, they relate to your stories, they are more likely to purchase something from you. How well you convey your story to your prospects is really going to play a big role in whether they decide to act and actually do something or not. The next one's huge. It's the principle of authority. How much authority do your products or services have? Are they respected by people in the community that have endorsed it? Scientific studies back it up. Are you yourself an authority? All these elements come into play in this particular process. Now the next one I want to talk about is proof of social. Okay, do you have social proof? Are people on social media raving and talking about how great your company and products and services are? Do you have some type of social proof, you know, like best-selling books, or you're a best-selling author, something else like that? It's important that you present this to your prospects if you do have them. The next one, this is a big one, principle of scarcity. People want what they can't have. How much scarcity have you baked into your email sequence? Again, people are smart, but when you apply the principles of scarcity, as in there are only a limited number of these offers, or time left before the discount expires, like 72 hours or 48 hours, then they're going to be more likely to purchase your products or services and be more enticed by your ad copy. Okay, the next thing you got to do, take action. Okay, action's the final stage. Action is the part of the sales funnel that you're actually intending them to perform some action, like actually buying from you. You want to be able to calculate this. So for example, let's say 100 people click on your offer, but only 10 of those people actually get into the sales funnel, and 2 of those people actually buy. You want to base your percentages based on how many people click. So in this case here, if we had 2 people buy, 10 enter our funnel, but 100 people click, we've got a 2% conversion rate. For example, let's say it cost you $200 to get that 100 people to click, and the 2 people that did buy spend $300, so you've made $600 on a return of $200, or actually 300%. That's pretty darn good. This is how the world's top marketers figure it out. They figure out what the conversion rate is, and they know what they can spend on ads. So if they're spending $1 and they're getting back $3, they're going to do that all day long, right? Now you can also tweak this as you go along and improve that conversion rate. Now getting to this stage, it's not so easy, but with software like KARTRA, it can make it so much easier, because you can build all these stages into your sales funnel, and you can do it really quickly, and you can make changes on it quickly. So if one page is converting and another one's not, obviously you're going to go with the one that does. But what KARTRA allows you to do is send half your traffic to one page and the other half to another page, so you can figure out quickly which page is going to convert. Once you've done that, you can tweak it and make that change and send more of your traffic to the high converting page. These shortcuts, or implement hacks I'm going to call them, are really cool when you have the tools to do it. And what I want to do is tell you, I mean, I really do recommend KARTRA. KARTRA is one of the best ones, and I've been through a lot of different sales pages, a lot of different email providers. KARTRA does so many other things outside of just build funnels, so it saved us a lot of money, because I could cancel 8 different pieces of software and just use KARTRA for all of them. So let's take a quick look at all the things that KARTRA can do for you. Now of course KARTRA can build sales funnels funnels for you. That's the primary focus of this particular video. However, it does a lot of other things. It can actually do upsells, which you're actually selling them to a more expensive item once they bought your initial item, and if they don't purchase that, you can send them to a downsell, which is a lower price item. So that way, if they don't take one, they may take the other one, and you can build all this into KARTRA. It also has membership capabilities, which is really nice because you may not think you're going to need it, and I certainly didn't, because I started off selling survival food. Why would I ever need a membership site? And now I have a whole bunch of membership sites in various different subjects, but it'll do that for you too. It also will do email broadcast and sequences for you. So if you want to have some automatic emails set up that are triggered by what a person clicks on and what they buy or what their actions are, you can do that. But if you also would just want to send out emails to a group of people with a particular tag, you can do that in KARTRA. Now the cool thing is, on the sales page end, they have a lot of templates that are already proven, so you don't have to design a template if you don't want. You can take one of the templates that are already there and just plug in your text and your images and use those templates. Now one of my favorite things that it does is that you can actually display your videos in KARTRA. All the other sales pages can't do this. KARTRA is the only one that I know that can. And what that means to you is, if you put a video in KARTRA, you can actually look at the analytics. You can tell how far somebody's watched it. So maybe you've got a 10-minute video, and at 5 minutes you have an offer for a sale, but a bunch of people stopped at 4 minutes. You could send an email sequence out to all those people that stopped before the 5-minute offer and say, hey, click here to finish this video. I saw you didn't see the rest of it. You can't do that on any other platform, because what you're doing on other platforms is you're putting in a link to YouTube or Vimeo or whatever it is, and the other platforms that have these funnels in there don't have the capability to tell how far they've actually watched that video. The next thing is, it integrates with almost every credit card processor. So whether you have PayPal or you have Authorize.net or whatever you have out there, you can integrate it with KARTRA, so you don't have to worry about, you know, processing credit cards. It does it all in there. It also manages and tracks affiliates. So there's an affiliate marketplace in KARTRA where once you've got a sales funnel that's converting, you can open it up to affiliates and they can send traffic to it too, and you can actually pay them a commission, and you could get even more sales that you would have never had. And of course, it you know, controls all your customers. You know, as the customers go through there, you can tag them based on what they've done, based on what they bought, based on what pages they've been to. So it's really all encompassing. If you've got digital content you need to deliver, maybe it's a book, maybe it's a course, maybe it's a PDF download, you can upload all those things to KARTRA, and KARTRA can automatically send an email out with that link to the people who are asking for it, who opted in for it, who signed up for things, and you don't have to worry about it because it's automatically done and sent out to them. Same thing with your memberships. Once they pay for a membership, it will actually send out an email, it will give them their login, it will generate the password for them and supply it to them, and you don't have to do anything. Let's face it, KARTRA is not the first one ever to come to the marketplace, right? There's been a lot of them before them, and there's probably going to be some after KARTRA, I would imagine, but I think right now it is the best alternative to building sales funnels, to managing your business, you know, to doing sales pages and emails and all that, because it's all in one place. You don't have to patch together and duct tape together a whole bunch of different softwares to make this stuff work. So that's an overview of what a sales funnel is. Yes, you need one. Yes, you need one. And the cool thing is, even if you're profitable, even if your business is like super profitable right now, and you add a sales funnel to it, it's going to skyrocket your profits, because you can offer them so many more products and services while they're in that buying mode. You know, as soon as they purchase something, you can offer them something else, and they're a lot more likely to buy right then. So that is my video on sales funnels and KARTRA. I think you should get it. I think it's an excellent program. Go down in the link. There's a link to KARTRA down there. If you click the link, you can watch a video for free. You don't have to put in a credit card or anything like that, and you can see everything that KARTRA actually does, because it does a lot more than I told you about in this particular video. Now, do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit that button there, and don't forget, ring the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a single video. You become part of my family, the Fisher family, the VIP family, who gets notified about these videos as soon as they're done. Also, when I go live, it will notify you when I go live too, so make sure you turn on all notifications. Now, as I promised you, there's a $97 e-commerce course down there too. You want to click that link, take advantage of that free course. You can get it absolutely free, has a value of $97. You don't even need a credit card. Just click and learn. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.